So I'm building a new Pokemon team, right?
Yeah.
And I can't decide if I want to cap off my team with an Arcanine or a Flygon. I've got my army.
Wait. Do you have a fire yet?
No.
Okay. Flygon can learn fire still. Do you have a dragon yet?
No.
Do you have anything that can take down grass?
Yeah.
Well, then it's up to you. Best stats at that point in Flygon.
Flygon.
Best stats out of those.
So I've got my army of 5 Pikachus and a Flygon.
Hello, the internet.
Hello, the internet! Do I have to yell hello, the internet each time?
Yeah,
I feel like
every time.
I have to yell it.
Do it every time.
Okay, hello, the internet. Welcome to UMR, Unprofessional Movie Reviews. We just did Fan-4-Stick, or Fantastic Four if you didn't read how it's spelled. See? Fan-4-Stick.
I'm Billy, this is Mark.
As Mark and as Billy. I don't know why people always gotta add letters or numbers into or words. I don't get it at all.
Speak. They want to show that they're elite.
Elite fucking speak. Oh my god, I hate it. Only Prince can get away with that shit.
Yeah,
Prince is cool. Okay, anyways, the way this works is like and subscribe, please. It would be awesome. Like, comment. If you went and saw Fantastic Four, and I'm assuming you disliked it because everybody in the internet disliked it, tell us that you disliked it. Give us your 1 out of 10. That would be awesome.
We got a request to see Chronicle, too.
Yep, and that's the other Josh Trank movie. And have you seen Chronicle yet?
I'm not.
You might be surprised, because I actually liked it. Okay, anyways. But I haven't seen it since the theaters. That's not a review for Chronicle. Okay, so tell us a request of a movie you want to do. Let us know what you thought of this movie between 1 and 10. And, I don't know, fucking do what you want to do. Click like, click dislike, grab a beer, call Billy an idiot, say that wearing a Lego shirt and a Pokemon shirt just makes us, like...
It's like an episode of Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, fucking Christ. This is way cooler than a Big Bang Theory shirt. But anyways, okay. The way this works is we give you a quick little synopsis, and then we say our positives. I don't think we're going to have any. And then our negatives, and then we give you a tailorized rating out of 1 and 10.
All right.
Okay.
Fantastic Four with Jamie Bell,
Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan, and Kate Mara, and then other character actors who you might recognize. I can't remember their names on the top of my head. My brother will, because one of the antagonists was in Oh Brother Art Thou, and he's really good in that.
Yeah,
he's really good in that.
He was also supposed to be the leader based on how The Incredible Hulk went.
Yeah, but it didn't do well enough to get a sequel. Anyways, we're not talking about Incredible Hulk. We're talking about Fantastic Four. So this is going strictly more off of the Ultimate Comics, where it's a younger team, and they, instead of going into space to get gamma rays, which face it, that's kind of outdated, gamma ray space. It was weird when we saw it last time. But anyway, so they went with a more updated from a comic a lot more recent where they go to an alternate universe, come back with superpowers. And then they form a team, learn how to work together, and fight an extremely established villain.
Yeah.
Nope, none of that happened. But anyways, that's the kind of synopsis. Alright, moving on to positives?
Jamie Bell was in it.
Jamie Bell did a bad performance.
Jamie Bell...
Oh, he didn't do a performance.
No.
They didn't give him anything.
No, he had very little dialogue.
Alright, do you actually have a positive? Because I don't. We could skip right through this.
There was some pretty stuff, I guess.
Maybe.
Stuff to look at, kind of.
I guess. Alright, I'm going to state this. Not all the movie is bad. Not all of it's bad. 0 of it is good. In my eyes, the best they did was a 0. They dropped under 0 for a lot of it, and then they went up to a 0 for a lot of the movie. So, I've had worse movies I can find positives for. This isn't as bad as some of those movies. Like, I gave a movie a 1.5 that I had positives for. I don't have any for this, and I'm giving it higher than a 1.5. So, this movie struggles for mediocrity. And that is fucking pathetic. That is pathetic. Unless you got something to say, we can just go to our negatives because I'm ready.
Let's go to negatives. I have never, in the history of UMR, gone to the bathroom during a movie.
It's true. He went up and got to the
Yeah,
bathroom.
I was just like, I can't. I have to pee, and it's worth more to me to go pee than it is to watch this scene right now. So, somewhere during the third act of the movie,
the worst
the
act.
third quarter of the movie, I had to go and use the bathroom because I was just not interested.
Yep, I like to get up in the middle of really bad movies because I fall asleep during movies. I don't fall asleep during every movie. I didn't fall asleep during this one. But there are movies like Jupiter Ascending that I have to get up and like...
Yeah. I find it really hard to fall asleep during an activity that I paid $10 for.
Yeah, I don't. Fuck it. I fell asleep during college. I paid a lot more than that. Anyways, okay, Josh Trank gave us Chronicle, which he's going to be seeing in a bit, and I actually really like. So this dude all of a sudden got all these offers. Fantastic fucking Four gave him an offer, and he's like, awesome. And you know what else he did? One of the anthology films for Star Wars. He was attached to it. And then all of a sudden all these rumors came out, and this movie had a lot of stank. Fantastic Four had a lot of stank. And then he got sick, so he couldn't show up for a Star Wars Celebration. And then 2 days after he got sick, so he couldn't show up to Star Wars Celebration, he said he had creative difficulties, and so did Star Wars, Star Wars Lucasfilms. And then they put up their press release the same day, like, we're not doing it anymore. So a lot of people were like, oh, it's because Fantastic Four is fucking terrible, and that's where they're like, oh shit, Chronicle was a fluke, we're not going to give them a Star Wars movie. So all these other really bad things come up, and then all of a sudden the trailers started to hit, and I really liked the trailers.
I didn't.
You didn't.
I said from the get-go this is going to be a statement.
Yeah, well, the cast made me like, okay, it's a talented cast, but they're 20 years old, what? Playing 17-year-olds, and okay, and then finally it was when they, 2 weeks out, when they usually do press, screenings, press junkets, press screenings, they didn't even have a fucking premiere for this movie. They didn't have a premiere. The Room got a fucking premiere. Like, this, nothing. Like, they didn't, nothing. So, it gave everyone a bad taste. Immediately, they're like, the studio can't stand behind this. Uh-oh. Maybe it's still good. Who knows? All the critics saw it yesterday, told everyone about it, it all got out, and now we just saw it, and
the theater was empty.
Theater was empty. This movie is not going to make any money, and I sure the hell don't think it's going to make
a lot of this movie reeked of the same desperation that the Amazing Spider-Man and the original, not the original, but the other Fantastic Four films had.
Yeah.
Not as many product placements, though.
This
not
one? No, it's had a couple. But not a lot.
Not as many
Enough
as
to notice.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Just a couple of smartphones and maybe a couple brands of soda, but that's...
Yeah, Spider-Man's like, oh, we have to do something.
Yeah.
Look how we use Bing.
Back to... I'm going to give it one more positive. The score. It had an original score, which is all I can say about it, is that it was there. It had an original score. It didn't use a bunch of canned bullshit music.
Nice. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it's not a great score, but it's...
Yeah, I didn't even notice the score much. I heard the music, but it didn't.
Dialogue in this movie is god-awful.
Yeah, what the fuck, Simon Kinberg? You're supposed to be a really good writer, Simon Kinberg. Why did you write the worst dialogue
predictable
almost
shit.
all year? Like, no, there's some just terrible... You can't picture these characters saying these words. That's the first job for a writer and a director, to make believable words come out of believable characters. It didn't look like these people, it looked like they're reading from fucking teleprompters on Fox News. It's how they said every one of their lines.
And also, they relied a lot on camera movement and really poorly directed actors to convey what's happening. Like, there's one shot specifically that is burned into my memory now of the young actor playing Reed Richards. And there's supposed to be, Miles Teller. There's supposed to be feedback from the machine, and it showed the camera was shaking, and he was doing this, like, Victor, no! And it looked exactly like that.
Yeah.
It was it was awful, and a lot of the most pivotal dialogue is just thrown away.
So I'm gonna state right now, Miles Teller became an actor that I was really excited to see more of after Whiplash. I really liked Whiplash. Watch our review for Whiplash. It was our first review back when Billy was still Taylor, and and Michael B. Jordan, I've always really liked him. In Fruitvale Station, he was really good, and in Parenthood, he's really good, and in Wire, he's really good. And Jamie Bell, you're a huge Jamie Bell fan, and so am I.
Mm-hmm.
I am not going to lie. They suck in this movie. All three of them. And I like all three of them.
And I don't think it's any of their faults.
I really don't. I think that I think Josh Trank had his head up his ass, and the studio shoved it up there. Is not Trank already put on his Twitter that the movie you guys were paying to see, I had nothing to do with. They, yeah, and that's what he said. Like they completely cut my hands off, and I had
that's what you can say when your movie's flopping, though.
But it was before it flopped. It was yesterday. It hasn't flopped yet. It's flopping now.
He knew it was gonna. I think if you know what you made is a piece of shit, you can easily distance yourself by saying.
That's why I think it's funny. Is he had the hindsight like this is gonna flop.
No,
the studio ruined
I think that if it was successful, he would have taken all the credit for it too.
Yeah.
So you can't really go by that at all. Anyway, I'm gonna give my rating.
Well, I kind of talked a lot. You don't have any other negatives?
I don't.
Okay.
1 out of 10 quantities. I don't care.
Yeah, it was really hard for me to come up with.
I'm out. I can't. I'm done. Fuck that movie.
Right, now that Billy's not here, I loved this movie. Okay, anyways, I couldn't think of any good quantities either. I actually left the room. He's never done that before. I'm giving it 2.5 Fantastics. It used to be a 3, and then I thought again, and I changed it to 2.5 out of 10 Fantastic. So it's not Fantastic 4, it's Fantastic 2.5. This movie really broke us a little bit, and then after Pixels that we watched a little bit ago, we're getting hit with some really bad movies this summer, so let's hope that we have good movies coming up. Okay, that was it. It wasn't a good movie. Don't pay to go see it. It wasn't the worst Fantastic Four movie. Billy thinks it is. Okay, so back to like and subscribe and all that crap. You guys have a good day. Bye!